Let's talk about Candyman. It is a perfect segue. Actually, you sure you don't want this? You don't want to do this one now?
No, you got it.
Thank you. Let's talk about Candyman. It is obvious from your social media that you are a strong advocate for the Black Lives Matter movement. How does it feel to be a part of a film that so effectively translates the sentiments of Black Lives Matter into a well-crafted mainstream horror film, with the added bonus that it has become the first film directed by a strong Black Jabari Queen type woman to open #1 in the box office? Please tell us about it.
Oh my good Lord have mercy. We filmed this in 2019, right? When the reality of police brutality and the lives lost of young Black people, men and women, we already knew, we've been living this for decades, right? But it was before it seemed like the rest of the world also had to take notice, right?
Right.
So at the time filming, for me, for the scenes that I was a part of, the fullness of it was not realized until I saw it in theaters. And I am so, so proud to be a part of this film that's not only beautiful as far as just a piece of art, but speaks so powerfully to this moment and the truth that Black folks have been living in this country and continue to live. And I think an honesty to the anger, an honesty to frustration, an honesty to the pain, but also like a strange hope of what we do with it, what we can do with it, how we can honor those that have on this plane lost to the hate and the violence, and how they're still with us as we go on. It's incredible. It's such an incredible feeling. I'm so proud, so excited, so happy to be in this film.
There's obviously strong social commentary going on throughout the whole film. It has important things to say. So I'm wondering, what does it mean? Like, when you saw it for the first time in its entirety, what did you take away from it most of all?
Oh my good Lord have mercy. Well, here's one of the things that I believe I only got to see because I went to the Chicago cast screening, which came out, I think, just the day before the official release. After the film and after the credits, there was an extra segment with Coleman Domingo sitting down with 3 or 4 practitioners within the mental health field, specifically in Black communities, and started a little bit, because it's a lot. I am one that through this, through 2020, so impacted by the reality of life, and then in taking it to wanting to take in and support Black artists, took in Lovecraft Country and them and all of these things that are so hard, as anyone, I would imagine, but I can only speak as a Black person, so hard to watch, so hard, so beautiful, but just painful. And so afterwards, with having Coleman sit and talk with people and taking a couple different scenes and talking about, the cyclical nature of things, of poverty and violence, the consistency of overextension of police force within our communities and all that stuff. To me, that was actually the most rewarding, besides also my younger brother watching it with me and like shouting out and seeing my name and seeing my face up on the screen. Like, just that alone was wonderful. But that greater thing that's bigger than me, remember, because I'm not just about me being a star, I'm about telling our whole story and all that stuff that I said, and I meant it. Was that I saw a film that didn't use our trauma and use the violence. It showed it, and it knows that we can't just rip scabs off of our wounds and then wonder why we're not healed, right? Mm-hmm. It offered a little something to me that said, okay, now what? And now what? And where can we take this?
Where does the conversation go?
Exactly.
Like you, Nia DaCosta's first credit is also in 2010. Also like you, Candyman was her second feature film. What was she like to work with?
She is the coolest person I've ever worked with, I think. And I've worked with a lot of cool people. She so knows what she wants. She has such an incredible eye. It's no extemporaneous, no BS, no filler. Like, she was about like truth and letting it be. So the reason I'm in the film is because she was in Chicago to start auditioning. I was doing a Shakespeare play called The Winter's Tale at the Goodman Theater. She came to see the show and then said to the casting director, I want to see this person, bring this person in to audition. And then I auditioned and then I got the role. Oh. So like that alone says so much about her, the value of art and the value of people, like for her to see me and be like, that one.
That goes back to what you were saying too about when you're doing 200 performances, even if it's the 150th performance, you don't know who's sitting in the audience. It's their first time seeing. It could be Nia DaCosta.
Yes, and lucky for me it was. Yeah. So she was just like so cool and so easy and like so on top of it. Awesome. I loved working with her and would work with her 10,000 times over if I could.
In the movie, you played Daniel Harrington. It's a brief but strong performance. To me, Danielle Harrington seemed like kind of like a representation of an opposing force in some way, like not good, not bad, but just she could change the direction of the lead characters. And there was who was Danielle to you, and how did you prepare for that character?
You know what? It was really a great coincidence that at the time that I filmed, I was doing a play at the Oregon Shakespeare Festival called How to Catch Creation. And in the film, I was playing a painter and art and a professor. So like that academic world of art, I had already done research in with building her. Right. Mm-hmm. So then you just take that to accelerate it, out of academia in the not-for-profit world. But I have spent, especially as a theater artist, a lot of time with moneyed people who work with artists on a different level of how they see and displaying and curating and who their clientele is. So that thing about her, right, that is, you can see and appreciate the up and coming and the struggle, but because of what it can bring to this other echelon of people, that I allowed my inner bougie to take flight.
It took flight all the way.
I loved how she said,
"You did such a good job because I hate her, but I like you. You did that good of a job."
Like what made me like look at her suspiciously was when she said, it was almost like it came off kind of manipulative when she was like, you change the system from the inside. And we all know, like, once you get into the inside, you don't change the system changes you. So, and
because you're not going to be inside for very long.
Yeah. So for you playing that character, when you say that line, is that something that your character really believes, or is that just manipulating, trying to get what she wants?
I don't see why it has to be one or the other, and that's how I have how I approached her. That everything she knows how it is in a smaller venue where you're not able to really focus on the art. You're trying to keep the lights on and you're trying to get things out so you can get paid so you could possibly do something next month. And I know how that is for you. And you don't want to do that anymore. All that's honest also lives in this space of, but if I could get you.
The thing with your dad and your boyfriend, you would just be so good, or you just want the fucking drama. You don't want me, you want the drama. My dad killed himself, and my boyfriend's fucking going crazy. Like, I didn't like her, but again, And that's when I didn't know you were 6 feet tall. At the dinner, I just thought you were sitting up. I'm like, what is she doing? Like, look how perked up. I'm like, oh, she is tall. Okay, so yes, it's because you saw the scene. They went back like, whoa, she better do what she says while she crushes her or something.
The beauty, and like I said, the no extra, no pretense, no, like wanting the honesty. I remember Nia in that scene, and that was the first scene that was shot. That was actually day zero of the film. It was supposed to start, but because the times allotted for us to shoot in that museum pushed it up. So that was the first thing shot. Again, me in this first big film, riding in the van over to the venue with Tiana Paris, who have been watching, for years, and her just being so cool and so much shorter than I was. I was doing a lot more like coming to her when I was talking, and Nia would come back. Nia was like, no. Stand. That's be doing everything. Yes, be who you are. Don't come to her. Stand. You're making her come to you. And it's exactly because she knew what she wanted and what it was supposed to look like, telling the story visually as well as with the words.
And you've been preparing for, like, I love that shot because it's just this long take that is crawling in, and I can only imagine, like, oh, this is going to be one take. We're not cutting. Can you handle that? I do, like, a whole show in one. There's no cut.
But that was going to be my question for her. What was that learn? Because, I mean, you're doing theater. She saw you. Hey, like, I need you. I want you now. What was that adjustment period like, going right back from theater to jumping in front of the camera?
Well, it's funny that you say from doing theater one night to then being in front of the camera. It was literally that. I was at the Oregon Shakespeare Festival doing How to Catch Creation, wonderful play by Christina Anderson. It's a fantastic playwright. Anyway, I believe my first day, because I filmed 2 separate days, I believe I had a performance of How to Catch Creation that Sunday night. Monday is the theater day off. Flew to Chicago from Oregon, which is always a connection, because it's a little town, Ashland, Oregon, that I'm coming out of. Then getting into Chicago, getting to my brother and parents' house, my folks driving me over to set. We shot overnight. Then the next day, getting back on the plane, back to Oregon, and I believe there was a matinee the next day. Wow. So I was living that. And then I think the second day of filming, which was about a month later. Bye, doggy.
What she said earlier, you'll find out pretty soon whether you're cut out for this or not. And clearly you are.
Right. And I loved it. Right. I was crazy exhausted, but I loved it. And I remember in the little Sprinter van from HQ over to set and talking with Tiana for a little bit, telling her, oh, yeah, well, we just, curtain came down at like 11 or whatnot. And then I was able to catch the flight at 6 and now I'm here. And then right as we're done, and she was just like, ooh, Lord have mercy for you.
I just want to act. I just want to film.
So, yeah. And I believe it was the reverse on the next month, that day of filming, where I think I got on a flight, filmed, and then was right off of the plane in like an hour or so later on stage.
Wow.
So each of your scenes were shot, took one day to shoot?
Literally August 9th and September 9th. Wow, which was really, really cool that it worked out that I didn't have to miss a show. That was the big thing for me in that moment of like, well, I'm doing this, but I would rather not have to have an understudy in. Now the understudies are fantastic because they do the thing and are at the ready. And there was an amazing actress who would have stepped in for me, but she was also in the show. So it like would have shifted everything. And that's just a lot on people. And I was really, really glad that it didn't have to happen.
Even though it was only 2 days you're on set for, whether it was in front of the camera or outside the camera, maybe a conversation between you and Tiana, what was your favorite memory from the production of Candyman?
It was also cool because it was also fast and it was also like real. Like the people were the best of the best. The makeup and hair trailer is always like one of the favorite places. Partially for me is because I believe all of at least everyone that touched my body was an all black hair and makeup crew. And they were incredible. So many people of color. that were a part of the whole filmmaking process, not just the actors on stage. And that was really, really cool. Really, really cool to me. I think maybe my favorite part, besides just literally action and doing the thing, was I was talking a lot of theater with one of the other actors, Carl. He's in the dinner scene, that first scene when Danielle and Brianna are introduced. He was in that scene. Though I think there weren't any lines from him in the version that ended up in the film, but we were all there. And Yaya filmed on that day. And I remember on our lunch break, Carl and I were at a table, talking theater or whatnot. And Yaya came and sat down. He had to be in preparation constantly, because of everything that was asked of him. So I remember trying to have a little chit chat, and he really kind of wasn't having it, not in a rude way, but just like a thing or two, an acknowledgement. But Carl said something about, I don't remember which fraternity, but Greek life from HBCU, and he was like,
he snapped out of it. What's up, bro? What's up, bro?
That was fun in its way of like watching that. And
one time,
because I've never been in.
Me neither, but
but I love it. I love it, and I love how much life it lives in people that.
Hey, they live that.
Anything. I got one of my cousin Valerie Baptiste, pink and green girl. She is all day long with her sorority life and her sorors. I can't even say that.
Sorors.
That's hard. Sorors. Dirty.
Nope, I don't know.
Go ahead.
I feel singled out. I thought it was really cool.
I just wanted you to say sorors.
Oh, sorors. Sorors?
Not Star Wars.
Soros. Soros.
I feel so bad for Jonathan.
Oh.
It ain't got nothing. No, wait. No. That has nothing to do with your racial or ethnic background. It all has to do with Greek life. Sorors is equal opportunity from wherever you pledged.
You're losing him right now. It's like he's watching sports or something. He's flailing. He has no idea what's going on. Yeah, he's flailing.
Yeah, I'm way outside of my lane.
Okay, it's good that you know. I love that. Because some people like to pretend that. Don't pretend. Be like, I don't know. Know thyself.
I know. I may not be proud of who I am, but I've accepted it.
And that's all that it takes. That's all it takes.
You about to make me spit in my coffee. That's hilarious to me.
I saw, I didn't know if you knew this, but the dress that you wore, that black and white dress, is like, I saw it was in an auction on a website. It was like, this is the dress that Danielle Harrington wore in...
Shut up!
Yeah.
I'll send you the link
after. I'll see if I can find it again. It was already sold. I can't remember what it sold for.
Were you going to bid on it?
I mean, I have no use for a dress.
Then why were you looking at it?
I was researching the episode.
That makes sense. That makes total sense. You check that out later on. This is a conversation for another time.
Thank you.
That is so cool.
And weird because you knew nothing about it. You need to find that.
Nothing about it. I would have signed it or something. I don't know. All the outfits. Oh my.
Oh yeah. Oh, wardrobe was
the wardrobes for everyone, start to finish. Just
I believe we call that a total slay. A massacre.
Total. And our costume designer has a cameo.
Really?
Where is he at?
She.
He. Them.
Okay.
So we just got monetized. We gotta be very careful about what we're doing.
Been fun, YouTube.
Where did that human play?
There you go. Our human costume designer cameos in the film at the laundromat.
Oh, is it the lady? The lady that like.
And what was so fun was, like I said, I saw it at the Chicago screener. So everyone in the audience lost their mind.
Yeah. That's awesome.
See her. And like I said, I was long gone by the time they had filmed that. So I didn't know if it was a cool surprise. Awesome. Yeah. She had me dressed. I loved it all.
She did.
That was the perfect cameo for her.
It was.
Because she's like, I don't care about what's going on behind me. I'm focused on the clothes.
Right.
Great. Yeah. And that was her will.